Hello guys, welcome back to HTML Camp. In this video, we'll be creating this header section using HTML, CSS, and some simple JavaScript. If you're interested and want to know how this was made, make sure you stay till the end. Also, consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to my channel, it would really help. With that said, let's get started. Alright, so I'll generate the basic HTML structures, and link the script to the style sheet with the link tag. Now, go to icons.getbootstrap.com and copy the CDN. Paste the code in the head tag of the HTML script. This will enable us to use Bootstrap icons in the website. In the body tag of the script, create a navbar tag. Create a dev in it, and give it a class of navbar container. In it, create a dev with the class of menubtn. Now, go back to the Bootstrap website and search for the menu icon. Copy the HTML code and paste it in your script. Below the menubtn tag, create a dev, and set the class name to navbarbtn. Create an anchor tag and set the text to get started. Back in Bootstrap, search for the arrow right icon. Copy the code again and paste it in the script. Now, I'll open the website with the VS Code Live Server extension. It's now time to play with some CSS. In the style sheet, using the universal selector, set the default padding and margin on the website to 0. Set the box sizing to border box, and set the font family to Poppins. Reference the navbar tag, and set the height to 15 VH. Set the display to flex and align items to center. For the navbar container tag, set the width to 100%, display to flex, align items to center, and justify content to space between. Also, give it a padding of 8% to the left and right. Preview your website. Now, let's style the menu button. Reference the I tag and set the font size to 45 pixels. Now it looks much better. For the navbar BTN, set the display to flex and align items to center. This vertically aligns the anchor tag with the arrow icon. Reference the anchor tag in the navbar BTN tag, and set the color to black, the text decoration to none, and the padding to 10 pixels by 20 pixels. Set the border to 1 pixel solid, and set the color to #FD7E14. Also, set the text transform to uppercase, the font size to 16 pixels, and the cursor to pointer. The button is looking really good. Let's style the arrow beside it. Reference it and set the font size to 32 pixels, the z-index to 1, and the margin right to -12 pixels. Now, preview the changes made. Below the navbar tag, create a dev with a class of hero. In it, create another with the class of hero left. Create one more dev, and set the class to hero right. In the hero left tag, create an h1 tag and type in a title. Below it, create AP tag and type some text in it. Create a dev with the class of hero BTN. Create an anchor tag and type in the text get started. Create an I tag and set the class to BIBI arrow right to create the arrow icon. In the arrow right tag, create an IMG tag, and set the src to images/banner.web. Preview the changes made to the website. Reference the hero tag and set the width to 100%, the height to 85 VH, and the display to flex. For the hero left tag, set the width to 50 VW. Set the width of the hero right tag to 50 VW, and the height to 100%. Now, preview the website. Let's go ahead and style the banner image. Reference it and set the width to 100%, the height to 100%, and the object fit to cover. Let's also add some padding on the left side of the text. To do that, set the padding left of the hero tag to 8%. Now, preview the website. Let's style the text to make it look a lot nicer. Reference the H1 tag, and set the font size to 40 pixels. Set the padding bottom to 30 pixels, and the width to 60%. For the P tag, set the font size to 17 pixels, and the color to 5A5A5A. Also, set the width to 70% and padding bottom to 60 pixels. Reference the anchor tag in the hero BTN tag, and set the color to black. Set the text decoration to none, and set the padding to 10 pixels by 20 pixels. Set the border to 1 pixel solid, and set the color to #FD7E14. Set the text transform to uppercase and the font size to 16 pixels. Preview the changes made. Let's style the arrow beside it. Reference the I tag and set the font size to 32 pixels. Also, set the margin left to -12 pixels. Lastly, let's align the arrow with the anchor tag. To do that, set the display of the hero BTN to flex and set align item to center. Right before the navbar tag, create a dev with the class of playBTN. Create another dev in it and set the class to outer fill. Create one more dev and set the class to inner fill. Now create an img tag in it and set the src to images/playicon.png. Preview your website. In the style sheet, write the playBTN class name and set the position to absolute. Set the width to 100% and the height to 100 VH. Set the display to flex, align items to center, and justify content to center. Also, set padding left to 8% and set padding top to 18%. Now, preview your website. Reference the play icon and set the width to 30 pixels. For the inner fill tag, set the width and height to 100 pixels. Set the background color to #3B98FB, and set the border radius to 50%. Now, let's center the play icon in the circle. Set the display of the inner fill tag to flex and set align items to center. Also, set justify content to center. Let's go ahead and add the white outer fill. Reference the outer fill tag and set the width and height to 140 pixels. Set the background color to white and the border radius to 50%. Set the display to flex, align items to center, and justify content to center. Now preview the website. After the opening body tag, create a dev with the class of playVideoText. In it, create a P tag and set the text to watch intro video now. In the style sheet, write the class name and set the position to absolute. Set the width to 100% and the height to 100 VH. Set the display to flex, align items to center, and justify content to center. Now, let's style and align the text in the right place. Set the padding left to 33% and the padding top to 18%. Now reference the P tag and set the text transform to uppercase, the font size to 22 pixels, and the font weight to bold. Set the color to white and the width to 20%. Preview your website. In your HTML script, create a div with the class of video. Go back to the Bootstrap website and search for the close icon. Copy the HTML code and paste it in the video tag. Now, go to YouTube and select any video you would like to use. Below the video, click the Share button and click on Embedded. Now copy the code and paste it in the video tag. In the style sheet, write the video tag class name and set the position to absolute, the width to 100%, and the height to 100 VH. Set the display to flex, align items to center, and justify content to center. Also, set the background color to RGBA 0000.4, and set the z-index to 100. Let's now style the close button. Reference it and set the font size to 40 pixels, the cursor to pointer, and the position to fixed. Set the color to white, set top to 20 pixels, and right 20 pixels. Set the display of the video tag to none. Also, give the inner fill tag an ID of play video. Also, give the video tag and close icon some IDs like I have done. Create a script tag and in it, create a variable called playbtn, and set it equal to document.getElementById. Type in the play video as the ID. Create another variable called video, and set it equal to document.getElementById, and set the ID to video tag. Create one more variable called closeBTN, and set it equal to document.getElementById, and type in closeBTN as the ID. Create an onClick function on the playbtn variable, and in it, type video.style.display, and set it equal to flex. Now, when the play button is pressed, it shows the video tag. Let's now add the logic for the close button. Like we did for the play button, create an onClick function on the closeBTN variable, and in it, type video.style.display equals none. And now, when the close button is pressed, it removes the video. I hope this video was helpful, and please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, it really helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.